Today we're building this awesome budget gaming PC that can still play all the newest games and could even have the potential to stream with some upgrades. The whole world of PC gaming is pretty crazy. On one side you have really expensive overkill computers, but if you love to shop around and find great deals, you can find yourself on the other side and build some really awesome budget gaming computers. And the budget PCs still get the job done for most people. That is what we're doing today. We're taking the time to find the great deals to join the budget side. Personally, my favorite side. If you are building a budget PC or even a new PC, then you do need a Windows key though, and I have you covered with today's video sponsor. Head down below and visit Super CDK. They have Windows 10 and Windows 11 key. Once you add the key to your cart, simply apply the discount code SPLA to save on that sweet, sweet green. To activate the key, it's as simple as copy and pasting it into your window activation settings, clicking activate, and bam, legit Windows keys for the low. Let's go to the budget side now. I just got off work and I'm on my way to go pick up a computer deal that I found last night. The drive is about 30 minutes, but the deal's pretty good. Waiting for the guy. Jeez, it's freezing out here.
A couple of fans as well.
Awesome. There's the 140. Deal secured. Super excited. Like I said, it was a pretty good price. I paid $140 for it. We got a 1660 Super, 16 gigabytes of DDR3, 4th gen i7 with a pretty nice motherboard, and then an older AIO from Corsair, I believe. It is older. He said like you have to shake the little tube. Sometimes it doesn't cool, so I'll probably just throw it away. But 140 bucks, that's a pretty great deal. Let's go home. We got extremely lucky with that deal. Just the graphics card alone almost cost the same price that we paid for everything. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this is not a whole gaming PC. Yes, we did get the graphics card, RAM, and the motherboard and CPU in this janky AIO, but we still need a case, power supply, and a storage drive, and now another cooler because I don't really want to use that AIO. Got some great news though. I did find a power supply on my Facebook Marketplace. Guy's only asking $10, so let's go pick it up. Just made it in the car. The deal is about 15 minutes away, so I guess let's just get driving. Just got to the guy's place, and I have a tenner right in here. Perfect. Deal secured. Here's a little beautiful power supply. Funny thing, this guy didn't even know what it was. He asked me what it was. I told him it was a computer power supply. Basically, he just bought like a pallet of things and this was in it. So he doesn't even know if it works. I mean, it doesn't look busted up at all. It doesn't smell burnt. I smelt it. The connectors all look fine. So it should be good. Now that we got the power supply, let's hook everything up and do a quick little test boot to see if everything works. CPU is already pre-installed, so we just got to install these little RAM sticks. The whole theme of this motherboard and whole combo so far is like red and black. You got the little red accents and then the red RAM sticks. So I kind of want to do a red and black theme for the build. This GPU looks so clean for being used. Like it still has this little protective wrapper on it, the plastic. There's literally not a single speck of dust in the fan shroud. All right, everything is plugged in. I'm flipping the little power switch and clicking my power button. All right. Everything is spinning. There's a little monitor behind the Lego plant. Let's go. Looks like we get a post. I've been waiting to do it, so let's just get it over with. Not that satisfying. So the motherboard has an NVMe slot, so that's what I want to do for the storage drive. And I just so happen to have a bunch of storage drives. There should be some NVMe in here. We do have one right on top. This is only 120 gigabytes, so that is not big enough. And I do have two more in here. This one is also pretty small, but the one I'm going to be using is this 512 gigabyte from WD. I got this as part of a whole deal that I bought a computer for $300 and I just took it out of that build and now we're going to be using it in this one. So the motherboard is ATX, so I do have an ATX case that I also got in a bundled deal with the power supply and a 2 terabyte NVMe SSD, but we're only going to be using the case. It's this nice Musatex ATX case, has 4 ARGB fans that can be controlled with a button right here on the case or hooked up to a motherboard. Alrighty, let's get building. PC build is complete. The NVMe SSD already had Windows on it, so it booted up right away. I mentioned I wanted to do a red and black theme. Well, I kinda did. I had this spare GPU cable extension laying around, so I used that. I would have bought a whole pack of cable extensions, but it really wasn't needed. For the specs of the computer, we have an i7-4790K, and that's being cooled by an Intel stock cooler. Yes, a stock cooler. It might be fine. I could have bought a tower cooler, but we're on a budget here. The motherboard is an MSI Z97 Gaming 5. For RAM, it's a 2x8GB kit for a total of 16GB of DDR3. The GPU is a super clean GTX 1660 Super. Power supply is the awesome $10 budget banger from EVGA. Case is an ATX case from Musatex, and overall the build is pretty awesome, especially for only costing me $220. Editor Elijah here. I'm filming this in the closet. I loaded some games up on the NVMe drive and got right into the battle bus. I was going to test Fortnite, but noticed the CPU was hitting 98C right away, which was causing it to thermal throttle. Yeah, I guess that Intel stock cooler is not good enough. I swapped the cooler for a tower style cooler I had laying around, and it only added $20.40 to the build cost. I loaded back into Fortnite and the temps were way better. I'm testing at 1080p with medium settings, and I'm also going to be testing it at performance mode. With medium settings, it averaged 98 FPS. I did notice a lot of lag spikes though. Running performance mode at average 137. The first game I got snuck up on, and the second game, well, I was just a complete bot. I then tested Apex Legends at 1080p with medium to low settings and averaged 136 FPS. Next game is Warzone 2.0. I'm testing it at 1080p with basically all low settings and averaged 56 FPS. I got clapped, then clutched the gulag, then got clapped again. Yeah, it's safe to say I hate this game. I was driving around a GTA at 1080p with high settings and I averaged 116 FPS. I accidentally started a mission, failed it on purpose, then stole this guy's car and he just ran like a girl, which was great because I wasn't trying to kill anyone. Then I was speeding all the way to the military base. I was trying to steal a helicopter, but it didn't work out. I ran synthetic benchmarks in Borderlands 3 and Shadow of the Tomb Raider, both at high settings, and they performed pretty great. What do you guys think of this build? I think it performs great, especially for only costing around $230. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, this PC could stream. Since it does have a 1660 Super, it could stream using the NVENC encoder, but if you did want to stream, I do recommend upgrading the CPU to a newer platform such as a newer Intel or even a newer Ryzen CPU. All the parts used in today's video will be linked down below, as well as some parts I recommend upgrading to. But if you enjoyed the video, then smash that like button, watch this video next, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace!